episode or chapter 17, The Apostate. Spoiler review. If you haven't seen the show and you want to wait, please put this in your watch later column and come back later and then watch it. Stay tuned for a PS5 giveaway at the end of the video. So I'll start with this. Finally, we have a fucking good streaming show. After that bullshit on that other streaming network, we finally have something good to watch. All I gotta say is Spacewells to start this off. Loved this show, loved everything about it, loved the different issues we got that set up certain arcs this season. But Gecko, what'd you think real quick?
What a way to start the fucking season, man. You know, I'm watching it 5 minutes in. You know, I told you that when we were recording on Saturday, I told you, man, that the time, only 37 minutes. You know, I was complaining about the time. I was like, that sucks. But I think it flowed well. And I think they gave you a good story on those 37 minutes. You got, like you said, you had basically all the branches that are going to be happening during the whole season, like him trying to find the thing to repair the robot, him trying to go to Mandalore back for the waters, and Bo-Katan. I thought that shit was badass, the way that she's there by herself, sitting in her throne with nobody, because they don't respect her because she doesn't have the dark saber. So to me, that it was a very good show. I wanted to find something to complain about it, but there really is nothing. Oh, well, other than it's 37 minutes. I wish it was, you know, as a fan, as a nerd, you want more. But at the end of the day, I think it was a good episode. And like I said, it flowed well. There was a lot of things I loved about this show, this episode. One thing I loved was the little aliens thing that were fixing the robot, and they were talking, and the guy's like, he said that they need, and he's like, dude, you can understand them, they're talking English, you know. It was kind of funny to me. Those little aliens made that episode to me. That was funny, and like I said, I liked it. The whole thing, Grogu trying to grab one, like, let me get one of those little things, you know. And it was a lot, you know. We see again the cat, you know, pedropascal killing it as Mando, like always, bro. Like I really can't find nothing to complain about this show. You know, like the whole look of the show is beautiful. The story for the first episode was great. It told you where it's going without confusing you. Obviously, we're going on 3 different story paths, right? Which will be the robot, getting the parts for the robot, him going to Mandalore for the waters to get, you know, so he could get his whole thing back, and the Bo-Katan story, which I want to know what happens with her, because it seems like, you know, she's pretty angry. She's pretty, you know, mad, and I want to see. I know. That's another thing. So there's really a lot going on here, but not to the point where you're confused of where this is going. So to me, it's a great episode. If I had to rate it, I'd give it like a 9. Doesn't get a 10 because of the 37 minutes, but at the end of the day, it's a strong 9.
I'll give it a 9 because I expect it to get better. So I'm not, even though I could argue it's a 10, but I'll just stick with a 9. I like the fact that when you were going through hyperspace, you saw the space wells, and that's for those who haven't watched Star Wars Rebels. That sort of ties into Grand Admiral Thrawn and Ezra Bridger, who are teased to be in the Ahsoka show. And there's some battle coming where they're going to do like an in-game version, put all the Star Wars shows together.
That'll be nice.
Do this in-game where I guess it's them versus Grand Admiral Thrawn. I like the fact that Bo-Katan lost all of her crew, basically, because she didn't have the dark saber. And like she tells Mando, why don't you go reunite them? And we know since from some of the behind-the-scenes stuff that was in the Entertainment Weekly magazine that the two of them team up. And it looks like on the planet of Mandalore, while he's trying to go inside the water and do whatever he has to do to get back in with his clan. I like the fact that Greef Karga asked him to be a marshal, and that they didn't kill off Cara Dune. She just works for the New Republic now, which means, I guess, when she pays her penance and apologizes, she'll be back as a character. Because remember, they canceled that whole Knights of the Republic show based on her, not, getting a fallout with it. And they were going to cast Lucy Lawless from Xena Princess Warrior, but it leaked and people got mad, so she sort of backed out of the show.
Yeah.
So as everybody's speculating, that means give it a year or two, she'll be back. And we could talk all day about what happened in the show because I took notes, and we got notes to go for like an hour. So much shit happened. And I don't think we want to go that long because the episode wasn't that long. But I have no complaints about the show other than, like you said, it was only 37 minutes. But they got a lot of shit in 37 minutes.
I was going to say I expected more, but at the same time, at 37 minutes, what else could you cram in there? I don't know. To me, it was a well-crafted episode. Like I said, we're being hard on it. We're giving it a 9, but we expect this episodes to go a 10 because if you give me that in 37 minutes and we really don't get a lot, yes, you got a lot, but we really didn't get. We could have got more, and the fact that we got that much at 37 minutes, and like I said, it flowed well, which is the most important thing, on a show. So to me, bro, I really want to know what happens. I wanted more. I wanted to see the Darksaber, see what's going on. Since last time we left that, he couldn't control it and he hurt himself. But I guess we'll get that more down the line. And, I like the whole thing where they're, basically initiating the little kid into Mandalore to become a Mandalorian.
Yeah. Until Mandalore's set. Remember, the Bo-Katan is one set, and the Mando,
and that's what
Din Djarin's set is more for a traditional set. So there's all these mixed sets of Mandalores that with the Darksaber he can reunite.
But the kid was getting initiated into becoming one.
Yeah,
which it was cool. I'm telling you, they always have to snap with some beast type of beast attacking, and it was funny how they were fighting him, and then I don't know where he comes Mando with his ship. Badass, bro. I don't know. Yeah, you can't come with us.
Kick him out and said, "No, you gotta redeem yourself. So you got to go back to the planet, jump in the water.
That's
we don't
crazy,
want you. Yeah, it's nice you saved us, but you're not one of us anymore." Yeah. And then I like the fact that I found out that Grogu went with Luke Skywalker for 2 years.
Wow.
That's how long he was gone, 2 years. So that's how much time has passed. So he's been training a lot. So he should be not a fully trained Padawan, but he's up there.
We did see that in the trailer.
As we saw the hint in the trailer. And if you freeze frame it, he is wearing the armor from the Mandalorian, the little chain armor. So they showed that as well.
That's what I'm saying.
So like I said, they set up so much.
I wanted more. The only complaint I got is that I wanted more.
It was just stunning.
I really wanted more. Like especially like you said, he set up so much. The pirate, how they kill his crew, and he goes running, and then he's like, "Oh, should we get him?" And he's like, "Nah," because he'll tell the galaxy not to fuck with us, And then here he comes, at the end, like, "Hey, Mando," and blah 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 blah, and he escapes. But that leaves that side open where he could eventually attack again. So there's a lot of setup, and I just can't wait until he keeps, going forward because the story seems pretty strong.
Yeah, that according to them, that's a new character, pirate king called grogu, and that's a new species of character as well. So that's brand new, created for the show. I like that they gave us a space battle right away. They didn't wait to episode 4 or 5. They put that out there right away. That they spent
like
more
I
money
said,
on
I liked it. The whole when the alligator or whatever jumps from the water, that to me was amazing. I'm like, and and you're looking and you're like, damn, the episode barely started, and you're giving me this. Ooh, it gets you in the mood where you're like, damn, but you want more, and that's the only problem I got with the episode. I wanted more. That's pretty much the only complaint I got about this episode.
Yeah. So
we had a good streaming show. Yeah.
Finally, a great streaming show is what you're saying? Could you say that? Could you say that Pedro Pascal is the man now? Because he's got 2.
He's killing it.
You could, whether I like The Last of Us or not.
He's killing it.
He's got the number 1 and number 2 show. He's killing it.
Wow.
And this show will take him into May.
I think Pedro
Pascal. So the first 5 months of the year, who's had a better year? Like, period. Yeah, and then Pedro Pascal. Who's had a better year?
Dude, he starts with The Last of Us, and now he's with Mandalorian. And, you're not... You don't...
He'll probably
you don't like The Last of Us, but
at
the end of the day, when you see his acting and you qualify him for it, he's doing amazing work. And I like how it shows, like, bro, Mandalorian, Mando is badass. The way he talks, the way he acts, bro, just badass. Like I said, I love this episode. I woke up it was like 4 a.m. I woke up, boom, I watched it. And I'm like, what the hell? What the hell? I want more. More, please.
Yeah.
But I know it'll get better. And I know, like I said, at first I thought the season was going to be about one thing. The fact that it's about multiple things. I want to see how they land this, Because it seems like...
Yeah.
Ooh.
Well, remember, there's only going to be like 8 episodes. So that's a lot. They got 4 plot lines to tie up in 8 episodes. And there's all kinds of, there's a rumored Cod Vance cameo. There's rumors of a Boba Fett cameo and a Ahsoka cameo. So there's all kinds of rumors, who will appear in this to set up other shows as well as make this plot line go for it. So, and Jon Favreau said they decided not to do a recap, that you could go to YouTube, watch other people's videos to get you caught up on the season, and they just dove right in. Let you know that he knows the importance of YouTube to this show. And if you want to know, it's out there. You can go find it. You can find shows like this, and they will catch you up.
This is great.
You can catch up going forward. So he respects the YouTube community as well. So I'm sorry, Star Wars is on top. I know Marvel has its problems, DC has its problems, but right now, I won't even say Star Wars. Pedro Pascal, between this and The Last of Us, is on top. It's his world.
We're just here for the ride.
The Last of Us and Star Wars are living in, basically. Because that Saturday Night Live episode he did a couple of weeks ago. Was
that Mario Kart one, so you got to, that was badass. I liked it.
Yeah, the Mario Kart one. Yeah. I recommend people search YouTube for that Mario Kart one. That was just great. That was great. And the fact that Warner Brothers destroyed him in Wonder Woman 84.
Stupid, to be honest.
It's just sad because this guy.
Marvel, give this guy a call.
Yeah. But oh no, he said he wants to be in the MCU.
He's on fire right now.
And if I'm Marvel,
he's on fire, bro.
Whatever he wants
to be honest,
play.
I appreciate the
let him
work
play.
he's bringing. You know, like as an actor, he's being amazing, and I think at the end of the day, he's proving it. The Last of Us, Mando. Let's see what else he's out there, bro.
Okay, one more thing that we haven't talked about is who wasn't in this episode, and that's Moff Gideon. And the actor that plays him, Giancarlo Esposito, says, and
they did mention him
last year said that he has a very, very big storyline, of which he gets his own Beskar armor and goes after Mando. And then that's where he stopped the conversation. So can you imagine him in a Vader-esque armor made out of Beskar versus the Mando for the right to wield the Darksaber? Yeah. So that's also coming. So that's a fifth plot line.
But they mention him in the episode.
But we know that's coming. Yeah. And then also they teased the clones storyline in the trailers. And I know you're not watching Bad Batch Season 2, but this week's episode, the tag for that started to set up the Clone Saga in that series as well. And to sort of try to make The Last Jedi make sense. So now all of these shows are basically trying to redeem The Rise of Skywalker and that Emperor's clone plotline. So all of these, so Grogu, the people on the Bad Batch are setting that up as well. And it seems to be, in my opinion, we found who should be running Star Wars, and that's Jon Favreau. But I still want him to run Marvel.
And I don't got no complaint with that.
He will run Star Wars. You know? Yeah, I got no complaints, because I know he can't do both.
To be honest, I have to be honest
with you.
Even though I want him to do Marvel, I think you know, the nerd in me wants him to do Marvel. I think at the end of the day, I think he's just amazing at Star Wars. Like, I feel like he understands the formula. And like I said, I think he'll kill it in Marvel. Because if he shows you what he's doing with Star Wars, when nobody really wasn't giving Star Wars a chance, you know, everybody thought after Rise of Skywalker, that was it, you know?
Yeah.
And here comes, he said that he knew the backlash was coming for the Rise of Skywalker, but he knew that he had to keep his faith. Remember, didn't Mandalorian came out like a couple of weeks before Rise of Skywalker? And so, to be honest,
it made $1 billion
as much as we want him to go to Marvel, I think at the end of the day, personally, I think he's just so great at Star Wars.
Remember, he did Marvel, he did The Jungle Book, he did The Lion King, and they asked him, would you make a Star Wars show for us? Yeah, when is it set? Right after episode 6. He says, you got any ideas? He says, I wrote a whole script in college. I could give to you of what I thought happened, you know, back in the mid-'80s when Star Wars came out. So he already had fantasized this. Like, this was his dream job. You know, think about it. This is the guy from Swingers. You know, all the Will Ferrell movies and stuff. He was behind the scenes director and writer. And now he's like the nerd king of Star Wars and Marvel. Because he rebooted the Star Wars universe and he's basically helped start the Marvel universe. And it's stunning to see his transformation. To where he the guy that was supposed to direct the Flash movie in that ill-fated DC EU universe, Rick Fujiwara, I know I'm saying that wrong, forgive me, directed this episode. They've already teased with IG-11 that Taika Waititi's coming back. You know, some of the best episodes from last season were directed by the Ant-Man director. So I know Bryce Dallas Howard is also directing another episode. She also had a couple good episodes.
They're killing it.
He's put together a great young group of directors and writers to set this up really good. And like we said, though we want him to do Marvel, I think he should take over Star Wars. And I know it's controversial to say it. I would fire Kathleen. I would ease Kathleen Kennedy into retirement. I'll say it like that right now. Give her like a good severance pay.
You just have to fire somebody.
And Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni take over.
All right, Tony. All right.
No. I said ease her into retirement. I didn't say fire. Like just ease her there. You know, it's like,
okay,
help her out.
Okay.
That, you left Star Wars in good hands.
We all knew where it was
that's
coming.
That's what I'm saying. I never said fire. Okay? But I didn't. I said retirement. We got to remember, Father Time is undefeated.
I'm going to say it like
lost.
this.
Go
when
ask
Sleepy sees this shit, he's going to agree. Trust me. Whatever.
I never said fire.
Yeah.
But we can wrap this up because I'm just saying, episode 1 I love. And
yeah,
we just can't give it a 10 because we expect better. Like the episode really is a 10.
Oh yeah.
But we're just saying 9 because we know it's going to get better. Because you should not be able to put 4 or 5 plots in a 37-minute episode.
No.
You should not be able to do that and make them all make sense and make you want more. And it's just crazy. So if you like and comment on this video or any of our other videos, you'll be entered in a giveaway for a PS5 at 5,000 subscribers.